As free test screenings commence around the country for the highly anticipated second installment of Aquaman,
If you lead, the Seven Kingdoms will follow.
test audience members have not only been disappointed, but have even walked out of the screenings altogether. So what exactly has test viewers so upset? Fans of the DC universe will remember the tidal wave of success of Aquaman.
Come on! Aquaman!
That not only conquered the seas, but also the box office, raking in over $1 billion worldwide. But the upcoming sequel hasn't been entirely free of scandal and delays, including reshoots, writer strikes, and the high-profile court case between Amber Heard, Mara, and her ex-husband Johnny Depp, which left many fans questioning how it would affect the film's narrative and release. Since its inception with Man of Steel, the DC Extended Universe has had a bit of a rocky journey. With quickly thrown together ensemble movies like Justice League, fans didn't have a chance to connect with characters, which led to low critic ratings, and even lower box office numbers. Even Batman v Superman promised a universe of gods among us, but sometimes it felt more like titans clashing without a clear winner, and without a clear motivation. Couple these issues with a cinematic universe that felt surface level at best, and DC was set up for failure after failure. Hiring high-profile celebrity actors didn't seem to help the films either. Instead of having superhero cameos with rich, well-rounded characters like the Marvel Universe, most of the DC films seem more like a collection of destruction porn, excessively choreographed fight scenes, and characters that were less believable than their powers. Then came Aquaman, a breath of fresh ocean air. Jason Momoa's charm and the film's lighthearted nature made the film a surprising hit. With the depth of character development and Momoa's natural charm, Aquaman became not just a king and underwater badass, but a cool trident-wielding bro that everyone wanted to hang out with. This character rebrand was an impressive feat, considering how the original Aquaman was used as more of a punchline in pop culture and the comic book world. Honestly, with a sidekick named Minnow and an arch-nemesis named Black Manta, it's not surprising that Aquaman didn't strike fear or envy in the hearts of many comic book fans. The success of the first Aquaman film was a high tide for DC, proving they could blend humor, action, and heart without feeling like a Marvel knockoff. It wasn't just about the hero, it was about the world building, the stunning visuals, and a story that felt both epic and intimate. Although the film seemed overly CGI'd at times, the underwater scenes completely immersed viewers in the world of Atlantis and led to even more immersion in the narrative. As the first Aquaman film set a high bar with its blend of humor, action, and underwater spectacle, anticipation for Aquaman: The Lost Kingdom has been sky high. But if you watched the first Aquaman blockbuster and were looking forward to The Lost Kingdom, you may want to proceed with caution. While the trailer for Aquaman: The Lost Kingdom sent fans into an excited frenzy, something's fishy at the early screenings. Reports are coming in of audiences leaving screenings mid-film. What would cause audiences to walk out of a free movie? Some speculate this outrage is due to the controversy surrounding Amber Heard after her highly publicized defamation trial with Johnny Depp. It's no secret that Hollywood's off-screen dramas can impact on-screen performances and audience perceptions. With the trial painting Heard as a villain, it's not surprising that audiences and fans would be disappointed to see her returning to her role as Momoa's love interest Mara. Even though the trailer edits Mara carefully and she's only included in one scene, the juxtaposition between Amber Heard's treatment and Johnny Depp's can't be more obvious, considering Depp lost his role in Pirates of the Caribbean, and Heard has barely had a slap on the wrist. Could this be a case of audiences' opinions becoming sour due to external factors overshadowing the film itself? Or is there more beneath the surface that's causing viewers to jump ship? While we don't know much about the plot details of Aquaman 2, we do know that Black Manta will play a large role, and he can be heard in the trailer saying, "I'm going to murder his family and burn his kingdom to ash." The trailer also highlights a teaming up of Aquaman and his half-brother Orm that seems to set the film up for an enemies to besties plotline, but a glimpse of a devastating house fire hints to much darker themes. Critics and fans from all over the internet have been questioning plot lines, and many are speculating that the film will become a flop, not due to casting and celebrity drama, but because of an appalling adherence to a comic book plotline that's leaving a bad taste in everyone's mouth: the death of Aquaman's son at the hands of Black Manta. First, to understand and predict the plot lines of many super flicks, we can look at the source material for hints. The original Aquaman comics reveal a dark and tragic chapter in Aquaman's life, and this poignant storyline, while integral to the comic book saga, has raised eyebrows and apprehension from film fans. While plenty of modern comic book adaptations make necessary updates and adjustments, Aquaman seems to be sticking to this deadly plot point, and it's not only sad, but perhaps even a little distasteful. In the original comic books, Arthur Curry, Aquaman, has a baby with Mera, and the child is named Arthur Curry Jr. In the trailer for the second film, we also see Jason Momoa's character as a dad with a baby living on land. The trailer offers a glimpse of Aquaman embracing fatherhood, while still moonlighting as the King of Atlantis. The humor and lighthearted view of Aquaman's life seems like a stark contrast to the comic book's darkness, so it would make sense to leave out the tragic downfall of Arthur Jr. and explore other avenues. In the comics, Aquaman is forced to battle his sidekick while Black Manta holds Aqua Baby hostage in a bubble that slowly fills with air, which drowns little Arthur. While this is an important part of Aquaman lore and leads to the dissolving of Mera and Aquaman's relationship, it seems like audiences may have been left with a bad taste if this scene is in fact mirrored from the comics to the big screen. In the trailer, we do see Mera trapped in a bubble, which may signal a shift from the original story, Mera's death instead of her child. But the trailer also features a brief and alarming scene of a house fire and destruction that could lead to the death of Aqua Baby. Even if the writers planned on the tragedy being a motivating factor that drives Momoa's character to fight Black Manta to the death, or better yet, a plot twist that leads to Aqua Baby being alive after all, like Atlanta in the first film, killing an entirely innocent character still seems unnecessary. The original Aquaman movie struck gold with its unique blend of humor, heart, and heroics, all wrapped in Jason Momoa's undeniable charm. But the sequel is diving into deeper, darker waters. Looking back on the first film, it was a spectacle of vibrant colors, thrilling action, and most importantly, a hefty dose of humor. Momoa's Aquaman was like a refreshing sea breeze, light, funny, and effortlessly cool. The audience loved this mix. It was a superhero film that didn't take itself too seriously, yet delivered on an epic scale. But Aquaman the Lost Kingdom, introducing a plotline involving a significant tragic death, isn't just a ripple, it's a potential tsunami that could change the entire tone of the franchise. How do you maintain the lighthearted spirit of the original while navigating such dark and tragic events? If they include the crucial scene, the director and writers will be left with a complicated balancing act. Lean too much on tragedy, and you risk wiping out the comedic charm that made Aquaman a hero you'd want to grab a beer with. No matter where you look on Reddit forums and YouTube deep dives, everyone is asking the same questions. Will the writers and director cut the darker side of the film to try to preserve the humor at the heart of the franchise, or will they stick to the source material for the sake of authenticity? If test audiences are already walking out in disgust, what will that mean for the actual release of the film on December 22nd? Will the director and writers be able to change the plot and save the film from disaster? Is it possible that all this speculation will lead to higher numbers of fans just trying to learn the truth? Or will audiences be so disappointed or uninterested in the film that it flops at the box office before it has a chance to shine? With a rising degree of superhero fatigue at the box office, only time will tell if Aquaman the Lost Kingdom will sink or swim. What do you think about all these rumors circling? Is there another reason that audiences are walking out? Will you go to see the film even with the current controversies and poor tests? Sound off in the comments.